So now Duryodhan is again going to this his guru Dronacharya, and he's telling Dronacharya about the what is happening in the army. So the meaning of this Sanskrit is, its meaning is, "O master, this mighty army of the son of Pandu array for battle for your talented pupil Drishtadyumna, the son of Draupada." So anybody can tell me why did he take the name of son of the Draupada? Draupada was the brother of Draupadi. Duryodhan is going and telling him that Dronacharya, can you see that they had made this Dhuman, the son of Drupad, as their commander? So why he's telling that to Dronacharya? He is trying to make Dronacharya remember the enemy part of the Drishtadyumna. That, okay, this is your enemy's son. He was born to kill you. So now you will become angry and you will try to kill that person. So now the question comes here, why is he going to Dronacharya and telling all this to Dronacharya? Because Dronacharya was Acharya, was the teacher of both Pandavas and Kauravas. He was the person who taught them the all sign of warfare. And he was the guru. So when he was teaching them, he was not partial. He taught them everything. So whatever Kauravas knew, the Pandavas also knew that. So Dronacharya had a thought in his mind that maybe because he's a teacher and sometimes the guru's the teacher, they love everyone so much. Maybe how he's loving me, Kauravas or me, he has love for Pandavas in his heart. So how to change this love into anger? So he's trying to do that. He's changing the love from his heart to in the anger. So when the fight begins, he will fight or he will kill all the Pandavas. Then he goes to again to Dronacharya in Tava Senya Dhimata is the word here. Its meaning is that again he went to Dronacharya. And like he's standing near Dronacharya, again he's telling him that you are very simple-hearted, like very naive, very good person you are, because you taught Drishtadyumna the art of warfare. So Drishtadyumna was the son of Drupad, who was the enemy of Dronacharya. Then also Dronacharya taught him warfare. Duryodhan is saying that you are very simple-hearted, that you are teaching warfare to your enemy's son. Why Dronacharya did that? And why the Drishtadyumna came to Dronacharya? Because Dronacharya was the top guru at that time. All the kings, all the royals, all the kids, they all went to him to learn about the warfare. So Drupad also sent his son to his enemy to learn the warfare. So can you see here, like they were enemy. He was born to kill him. But then also he was teaching him the warfare. Because at that time they were not fighting. There was not any war going on. So still there was no war. Still there were not fighting in between. They all were safe. So Drishtadyumna went and lived near Dronacharya to learn the archery and other warfare, and he was safe there. So they all used to follow morals. That, okay, now at this time, he's my disciple. I'm not going to say anything to him. So that was going at that time. So Duryodhan is reminding him that you are, such a kind of person that you teach your enemy's son also. And when he's saying that, he's being sarcastic on him. He's saying that you are, you have done wrong things. So this is a very strange kind of dialogue going between Drona and Duryodhan. And what we can see, the mighty forces. Why mighty forces? They are humongous. They are ready for war. Everyone standing in front of each other. And at that time, this was the way of war, not like today, like they're sending missiles and nobody see each other. But at that time, the person used to stand in front of each other. And Duryodhan was talking to Dronacharya. He's talking about two of his specific students. One is Dhristadyumna and one is Arjun. So Arjun was his favorite student. Dronacharya taught him archery, and Arjun is considered as one of the biggest archer at that time. So Dhristadyumna and Arjun, they were great warriors, and they both were student of Dronacharya. In this war, they both were standing against of Dronacharya to kill him. So again, in the language of Duryodhan is a taunt, that whom you taught, they all are ready to kill you now. They are here to fight with you. So he's, he's trying to kind of put him down or make him feel guilty that you did so good, but what happened? Now they are against you, fighting with you. So this kind of conversation we can see in this kind of warfares also. So many warriors are standing in the Kaurava side, right? One side was the Kaurava side and this side was the Pandava side. They all are ready to fight. But why the top of the Kaurava, Duryodhan, why he is so fickle-minded? He was the crown prince. He was the main person. And then also he was not stable because there was no center in between. He did not have any kind of stability. When there is no center, when there is no stability, there is no unity. Why they are not centered? Because in this kind of warfare, when this Kurukshetra war happened, the Kauravas has a very big army. But many of the warriors were not ready from inside for the war. Like we can take example of Bhishma Pitama. He was the grandfather of all Kauravas and Pandavas. He was fighting from the side of Kauravas because he was loyal to the kingdom. So he has to fight to protect the kingdom. But somewhere in his heart, he must be having love for his other grandkids too. So he was fighting there, he was trying to kill, but maybe somewhere he was not 100%. Then Dronacharya, he was the guru. He was the employee of the kingdom. He used to take salary and all kind of thing from the kingdom. So he was under obligation. He never wanted to fight, but he was under obligation that he has to fight. So most of the people has compulsion. So they were not centered. Everybody's mind was in different direction. Like that, we can see the Kauravas, the Duryodhan have 100 brothers, right? Just only Duryodhan told them that come and fight. They were standing there. Some of them were really in love with the Pandavas. They thought the Pandavas was right. But they were just standing there and supporting their brother. Because Duryodhan was the eldest in all of them. So they just want to support them. So they were not 100% there. Then we can talk about Karn. Karn was a great warrior and archer. He was like Arjun. He was the man of righteousness. We never saw any flaw in the character of Karn. So he was a man of righteousness. He was totally warrior. He knew that this fight is not right. It is not Dharma. But then also he came to help his friend Duryodhan. So he was also not 100%, right? He was, all of them was trying to be 100%, but they were not. Many of other kings and other warriors already knew that Kauravas are going to lose. They knew the Kauravas are not with the truth. So when someone is not with the truth, the chances are very high that that person will lose. So like that, like whoever was standing there, they were not 100%. They were just standing there to do their duty. So this was the whole situation of the Kaurava army. So from outside, when we see how it looks, that the entire army, everybody's mind is working in a different direction. So they are not centered. They are not stable. They are humongous, they are big in numbers, but then also they are not centered. And this thing, Duryodhan was understanding this thing. That, okay, they are standing with me, but they are not 100%. Now, again, he's talking with Duryodhan and reminding him, to Dronacharya, and reminding him that you know that the Arjun and Pandavas had purposely made Drishtadyumna the commander of their army. You love these Pandavas, and look how these Pandavas are behaving. So we can see the mode, right? He's totally, all the time, he's trying to tell Dronacharya that Pandavas are not good. They are doing wrong things. You love them, you care for them so much, but they don't understand you. So army of Pandavas was 7 Akshuni. Akshuni is like maybe lakhs or crores, I don't know. And the Kauravas were 11 Akshuni. But then also Pandavas distributed the entire army in such a manner that when you look from outside, it used to appear in very large number. And all the warriors of Pandavas' army were united and of one mind. So it seemed greater in strength and very interesting in, winning, because they all have a same mindset. So what do we learn from here? If your number is less also, but you are united, you have a great chance of winning anything in the life. The number doesn't matter. The unity matters. So the Pandavas were united with each other. Now, again, when we see that he was very disturbed, Duryodhan's mind was very, very disturbed. It was totally not settled. Because now all of you can check yourself. When you know from inside that you are not on the right path, doesn't matter how many arguments with your intellect you put on to support your desire or your any kind of intention or work you are doing, but something inside always tells you that you are not on the right path. So same thing was happened with Duryodhan. With his intellect, with his argument, with his mind, he can give 100 things to support that, okay, I'm on the right path. But inside somewhere, he knew that he is not on the right path. And that reflection was showing in his behavior. Because when you are not with the Dharma, it will start showing up in your behavior. He was being a crown prince, he went to Dronacharya and started like complaining to him about other people. So this kind of behavior he was shown. And this kind of behavior is the behavior of a loser. And it shows that how afraid, how fearful he was. So this was the third shloka. In third shloka, we understood that if we are not centered, if we are not on the righteousness, doesn't matter how much big number we have, we don't have unity. And then we cannot win anything in our life. I think everybody understood this one. Any question in third one?
No, it was very clear.
It was
Very
clear,
clear.
right?
Yeah.
Very clear, right? I broke it down in many pieces to make everyone understand that why Duryodhana is
So,
doing like that. Now
so
you guys can check in your behavior also. At what time you behave like that? Like when you're afraid a little bit from inside, right? When you pressure anyone to do something for yourself and that those people are not doing 100%, just standing in their duty. I think all of us understand that part, right? This person is not, like, if we take an example of teenager kids, right? You tell them anything, you can see in their behavior that they are not 100%, they don't want to do, they're just standing and doing their duty. In any kind of work, it happens, right? Even with you also, sometimes you don't want, we don't want to do something and we just go and stand there because that is the way we have to just. So same thing these warriors were doing. They did not wanted to fight, but they were just standing there because of their relationship or whatever. So we need to understand that part. So if you are not 100%, don't do anything. Don't do things to make people happy, or don't pressurize others to do anything for yourself also. In both the cases, nothing is going to happen.
So most of them did it because of their relationships, right? So they thought, oh, he's my brother, or he did something for me, so I have to do it. So they were bonded by the fake idea of relationship, that it's our dharma to do it, but actually it's not.
It's not.
So I think,
It's not.
practicing detachment is very important in that
Yes.
case.
Practicing detachment, and when you stand with dharma, it becomes hard, right? The people who are too much with dharma on righteousness path, it's not that everyone is very happy with them. If you see somebody says that, oh, everybody is very happy with me, I'm so social, I have thousands of friends, then understand this person is having a fake personality, right? This person is having a fake personality. It doesn't have depth inside. For making everyone happy, how they want, this person behaves like that. So now we are going to do these three shlokas, three together, because it's joint and the meaning is also the same. The meaning of this one is, there are mighty archers, peers in warfare, like heroic Arjuna and Bhishma, such as Satyaki and Virata, and great chariot warrior Draupada, Dhrishtaketu, and so many names are there. Then he's saying the name of Abhimanyu and the son of Draupadi. The Draupadi had 5 sons. So we will be discussing it on this shloka. So 3 shlokas are there together. So again, we see that Duryodhana is so confused. He's so anxious from inside that he's taking name of all the warriors. And Drona, who is the guru of all these people, who is the guru of Pandavas, who is guru of all these warriors, like why Duryodhana is taking and telling all the name to Dronacharya? He's like so confused. He's thinking that Dronacharya doesn't know him, but most of them are Dronacharya's shishyas, like his disciples. So he know everyone. When you see this kind of behavior in Duryodhana, you can see like a psychic behavior. So anxious, so psychic. Something is missing here. Something is absent here. So now think, what is absent here? Right? Try to think, you guys also, that what is absent here? Why this Duryodhana is behaving so confused and so psychic?
Vivek.
Okay, anyone else?
Are we talking about his behavior towards, meaning in terms of what he's saying, Dronacharya, or his
like
behavior in general?
What is absent here? What is missing here?
He's not confident. So he's scared and he's not confident. So he's being anxious and trying to come up with some kind of like excuses or whatever, to kind of like.
So basically, the absence of dharma is here.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah. He deep down knows that he is not following Dharma.
Because his Dharma is not there. That's why so many side effects can be seen. He's anxious, he's psychic, he's worried, his mind is not working because the Dharma is missing. So Dharma is not something which means the present of something. In this situation, we can see that Dharma projecting the absence. Right? Understand it, right? Usually we say the Dharma is present, but in this situation, the Dharma is absent. Because the Dharma is absent, when the Dharma is absent, the ordinary mind of any ordinary human being will become suspicious. It will strive. There will be greed, jealousy, fear, illusion, like all kind of things will appear if there is no Dharma inside you. Because adharma, now understand, adharma, because adharma always needs, or adharma, I think, Vandana, you can write it down, adharma is always supported by many arguments. And adharma is always supported by intellect talks. So when you see somebody giving too many arguments, too much intellect talk, you can understand there is no Dharma here. Because when there is Dharma, there is no argument, there is nothing to prove. When something is wrong, right, then there is something to prove. When there is nothing wrong, it is totally dharmic, then there is nothing to prove. So according to this, what is Dharma here? The Dharma is here to be there to do whatever is needed. Nothing else. Be there to do whatever is needed, nothing else. So whenever there is adharma, it is supported by many arguments. When there is Dharma, it doesn't need any kind of support. It is blunt. The Dharma is there not to make anyone happy. The Dharma is there not to make anyone satisfied. The Dharma is there to not to prove anything. Because of truth, Dharma is truth, right? Truth doesn't need anything to be proved. Now, a very big question comes here. Why this Duryodhana, the crown prince, wanted to do all this? He's going to Dronacharya and telling the name of all the warriors and Pandavas and everything. Drona, who knew like everyone, he was the teacher of everyone. So why he's doing that? Because inside, Dronacharya knew that he has already lost it. He was afraid. His army was so big, but then also he was doing this utter nonsense. Going and telling all the, giving all the information, spilling over, we say, right, in the common language, on Dronacharya. Because Dronacharya was the main asset. He was the guru. He has taught everyone. So he was a very great warrior. So Duryodhana was so afraid from inside that he was just blabbering in confusing, standing there and blabbering whatever was coming in his mind. Now, after that, this Duryodhana started taking the name of the warriors. The first was like Maheshwasa Bhima Arjuna. So he take name of the Bhima and Arjuna. Oh my God, you taught Bhima and Arjuna. They are such big warrior. Now they are going to fight with us. So the Arjuna was the great archer, and the Bhim, he was a strong man, like very, very strong man. Then again in the second line of the shloka, he said that there is a Yuddhadhana. He was someone whom Arjuna taught archery. So he's telling Dronacharya that Arjuna is fighting with you. Now his disciples are also fighting with you. You love Arjuna and Pandav so much, and look at them. They learned from you, they made the entire army, and now they all are fighting with you. Then after that, he talked about Drupada. Drupada, the Draupadi's dad, right? Who insulted him and they became the enemy. That
Drupad
Draupadi,
Maharaj. Drupad
Yeah.
Maharaj. Yeah.
Yeah, Drupad Maharaj is there. And his son, Drishtadyumna, who is making so much sound. And Drishtadyumna, his son, is there, who is the commander of the Pandavas army. So many people are there for the war. Then he took the name of Kashiraj. Kashi, Banaras, was also a very big place, very famous place at that time. So he's saying the Kashiraj is there. He also came to fight from the Pandava side. And then there was a Kunti Bhoj and one more uncle of maternal uncle, mamas of Pandavas. They also came to fight from the Pandava side. So he was like so afraid that he's taking name of each and everyone and describing that who is that person and why they came to fight with us. Then he went towards the kids now. He went toward the Abhimanyu, the son of Krishna's sister, Subhadra. He was like very brave, and we all know that he knew how to do the Chakravyuh. He learned that art. People say that when he was in the womb of his mom, he learned it from there. So that kind of very great warrior, Abhimanyu, is there. And then Draupad Kashya. Draupad Kashya means the Draupadi gave birth to 5 sons. So all of us, we know that Draupadi had 5 husbands. So with each husband, she had 1 son. All the sons of Draupadi were great warriors. And once in the assembly, in the kingdom, something happened, and these 5 sons had a argument, Duryodhan. So Duryodhan reminded that argument to Dhritarashtra, to Dronacharya, and he said that you have to kill Draupadi's 5 sons. Because they were arguing with me in the assembly, I want to take the revenge. Then at the end, he says, all of them are great charioteer and great warriors. They all are well versed in scriptures. So charioteer warrior means a archer who has 10,000 archers arch in his chariot. That kind of big chariots they have, and that kind of big warriors they were. And there are large number of these kind of chariot warriors in the army of Pandava. Like the people who had the chariot, they used to have 10,000 archers there. So, and many of them have chariots there in Pandava. So they are like very big people, like very large army. So he's like totally gone. He's standing there blabbering and telling everything to Dronacharya, that who is there and what is that person's specialty.